Why is he taking pictures of my vehicle?
I was just checking it out.
Checking it out, why? Because I'm sharpening the sword over there?
Yeah, we just got reports that you had a weapon in the car.
Yeah, I have a weapon. It's the Second Amendment right to carry a weapon.
Yes.
I had the right to open a weapon. So why are the police being
People
dispatched?
were just nervous. They weren't sure what you were doing.
So that's enough to dispatch a cop?
Okay, and that other people are safe, and that if that's just
So
an
the
antique,
dispatcher
and you're
believes that that's enough to dispatch the police because
Yep.
I'm sharpening a weapon. That is not a crime.
And we have to respond and just
No,
make
you
sure
don't have to
everything's
respond to
okay.
a call if there's no crime. You go to the person who called and said there is no crime. You don't come to me and tell me you got a call when there's no crime. So next time when you get a call and there's no crime, you go to the person who called and you tell them.
It's called a welfare check, okay? So our job is to check on the welfare of people. It's also private property, okay?
But
So
what was the call about? The call was about sharpening a sword.
If you're not
That's not a crime. That is not enough for you to come talk to me.
Sir,
You go to the person who called and say, where are you?
Sir, listen, I see where you're going with this. I see. It's called a welfare check. You're sitting here, you have no Taco Bell with you, you have a large sword, and you're just sitting in a parking lot sharpening a sword, okay? Somebody's going to call in about that.
No.
Right? I just can't tell that person, oh no, we're not going to respond.
Well, that somebody needs to know the laws of our land. I have the right to be carrying a sword.
What if you were going through some sort of mental crisis and needed help? Okay, that's my job.
Mental crisis? I just had dinner at a Taco Bell.
Do I know that? Have we met before?
You didn't ask me that. Are you a patron of this place? You didn't ask me that.
That's one of the first questions I asked you.
I said I just had dinner. Now you know.
So I did ask you. You just said I didn't ask you, but I did ask you, right? Listen, we don't have to go.
Look,
we don't have to go back and forth.
You were dispatched.
Okay. I told you I was dispatched. We're here to check on you.
You were dispatched
if
because
you're
there was
not
no
eating
crime,
food,
and now you
you're
show
not-
up to talk to me and to check on
If
me.
you're not a patron here still, then you can leave. Okay. I'm not going to argue that with you. All right. You don't want to provide your ID. I'm okay with that.
Nobody asked me to leave, and it's not your place as a
police.
police to tell them.
Sir, if you're not in
have
any
me
sort of
leave.
mental crisis, okay, that's why we're here. We're here to check on you. We've
Okay.
been totally polite
I'm
with
fine.
you.
Nobody's asked me to
We
leave.
walked up here. We talked to you professionally.
I don't have to vacate.
All right. What's that?
I do not have to vacate because I have not been asked to
All right,
leave by
well-
the Taco Bell.
I'll be right back with that. Come on.
No, wait. You can't tell them to have me leave.
Well, I'm not going to tell them that. They say it's fine for you to be in their parking lot, then it's fine to be in the parking lot. I'm not going to argue with that.
Well, tell the dispatcher not to dispatch us until there's a
You tell the
crime.
dispatcher that, okay?
There's no
If you have a
crime
problem
here.
with police dispatch, then you tell
No,
them.
somebody dispatched you to fucking harass me.
Would you like to go in? Would you rather do?
No, she helped me out.
That's fine.
No, hold on. No, come here. Oh my god.
It had
I was having dinner outside. When I was finished, I went to the end of the parking lot to sharpen a sword. And then they got a call when there's no crime. And now they're going to privately ask the manager to ask me to leave. But, you know, I'm a patron of the Taco Bell.
I'm sorry, we were making a choosing menu. I don't know what's going on.
Okay.
You want it regular, right?
Oh, you wanted it regular, right? But like,
No, I already had my dinner.
What's the problem?
I came and bought some tacos, didn't I? Yes?
yeah.
Okay, I was a patron here. I was out in the parking lot. Someone called the cops on me. And now I'm trying to tell them that there's no crime. Now they're going to ask, I assume they're going to ask the manager to ask me to leave, but they don't have the right to do that. I mean, they don't have, it's not their place to go to the manager and tell them to have me leave. I mean, I'm a customer. I was outside at my car having dinner because there's no tables open. So I was outside eating. And then after I finished, I started sharpening the sword at the end, parking lot, which I had the right to be doing, and I wasn't asked to leave. It's the cops.
Okay, hold on.
So can you go see what they're talking about? Because they can't tell the manager to have me leave.
I'm sorry. I don't know what's going on. There you go.
Thank you so much.
Oh, go ahead. I went back there. I don't want to ask all those questions in front of them. So, again, we just talked to her. She's not comfortable with you sharpening. Listen, just let me finish.
She didn't say that to me.
Okay, I'm safe. I am the person who goes and speaks to her. Listen,
You talked to her in private
Listen,
and told her
will you-
what I was doing
listen,
and told her to say
Will you
that.
let me finish?
What's your name and badge
listen.
number?
Swain 2059.
Oh, yeah, we'll be filing a federal lawsuit, and I will drive
fine.
back for.
So listen, and again, we told her there is no reason for us to believe that you're harmed anybody. We vouched that you got food. She just says that the sword thing they're not comfortable with in the parking lot. I said, listen, would you mind if he went over to that parking lot over there and sharpened the sword over there? She says that's fine. Okay? So there's no issues. We're not even asking you to leave. We're just saying you have
My car is fine. I just crossed the street.
That's fine. Just go sharpen the sword. That's just, they have a lot of young kids around here. That's up to them. If they don't want you sharpening the sword in the parking lot, okay. We said, is it okay if you go over there? I don't have an issue with you sharpening your sword over there, okay? But again, I know you're not happy with the whole dispatch thing, but a call like that, we have to come, okay?
All right, well,
we have to make contact with you. Also, I say, one of my things is, sir, do you have ID on you, okay? Did I demand your ID?
No.
Okay.
But you didn't say I was a suspect in a crime either.
You're not. We were
You're
just
not
doing
a suspect in a crime.
check.
Why-
I'm not
why-
detaining
why
you.
have to be
I
if
haven't.
you're gonna ask me for
I
an
have
ID?
no. I can ask anybody for an ID. I can walk up
Okay,
to anybody.
well, you're not getting
It's
it.
how
I'm
is that
gonna
not a
take my
consent?
sword, put it in my car, and
Did
I'm
I
leaving.
turn my lights on or anything? Did I?
I'm grabbing my sword. I'm putting it in the car, and I'm leaving.
That's fine. It's up to you. I'm
Yeah,
not
but-
kicking. I'm not kicking you
Yeah,
out or
but you're
anything.
speaking to me, and it was unnecessary for you to speak to me and her when there was no complaint from the
Sorry,
Taco
we can
Bell.
listen.
It was
we can
somebody
talk to
driving down
anyone
the
we
street
want.
who saw me.
I can walk up to that person over there and consensually encounter them. We never stopped you.
But
we
she
never,
would not have felt uncomfortable
Listen,
if she didn't.
We never. I'm not trying to make you feel anybody uncomfortable. But we didn't come over there. We didn't turn our lights on. Nothing. We didn't detain you. We just came up. We asked what you were doing. I said, could I see your ID? You said no. I didn't force you to give your ID. I didn't say you had to. Okay? I know the law just as you do. Okay? I'm sure you're well versed in it. And I didn't demand it, right? So that's all. That's it. You are free to go. You're not being detained. And that's it. You followed me into the Taco Bell. All right? I mean, is that you understand? I mean, is that good?
No, because you're telling me that I have to leave property that's made for the use of the public. I'm a patron here, and hear me out.
Go ahead.
You're saying that I have so I have the right to have a sword, but if she feels uncomfortable, I've got to go across the street.
They don't. It's private property, right? Can we agree on
Made
that?
for the use of the public, and I
Is
was
it pri-
here to
wait.
do what? I was
Is
here
it
to
private
buy.
property?
I'm a
Yes.
patron
Yes.
of the
Is
private
the public
property.
allowed to come to it? Yes.
It
But it's
doesn't.
not.
Look,
Listen,
it doesn't matter if it's private
you're
or
not
public.
On, you're not on
it's
state
made
property.
for the use of
Listen,
the public.
You're not on state property. You're on.
It doesn't matter if I'm on state property.
You're
I'm
on
on private
pri-
property
listen.
that's made for the use of the public.
Right.
I was drawn in here to buy dinner.
Okay. And you've eaten that dinner, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So that has been completed, right? Your
But
services
being
here has been
uncomfortable is
completed.
not enough for me to
okay?
leave.
Your service here has been completed. And again, I'm
Doesn't
not
matter.
asking
I have the
you.
right to be here.
I'm not asking you to leave the property. Nobody's asking you to leave the property. They're asking you not to sharpen your sword in their parking lot. Okay? That's
That's not the
very
law. I have the
reasonable.
right to
okay?
sharpen my sword.
There
in
is
the
no
parking
law
lot.
that says you have the right to be
There's
on.
no law that says I
that
can't
you have
sharpen
to
a
be-
sword in the
that-
parking
listen,
lot.
that you can be on private property. Okay?
There's no law that says
There's
I
no
can't
law that
sharpen my
allows you to do
sword
that. If you
because
want to,
she's uncomfortable.
If you want to go to a public area and have that sword in plain view, and you want to sharpen that sword, we all know that there is no
Yeah.
law that prohibits you from doing that. But if you are doing it in a Taco
But she
Bell,
wasn't uncomfortable until you went and talked to her in private.
the only reason I went back there is because there was all these customers out here. Okay.
This is my
dining room
accuser.
closed?
Yeah, it's closed.
Okay, the dining room's closed.
So, right. So that's why I'm outside eating, because the tables are
They
closed.
just closed it, yeah.
So is this my accuser?
I didn't have no problem with you being
No.
here, but I have a minor, so it's like if their parents come and then they see that, they're gonna have a whole issue with our corporate.
That's not the truth. I have the right to be sharpening if that's all I'm doing is sharpening.
Okay.
If I was threatening somebody, that's different.
All right.
You don't
She's
dispatch.
gonna-
The
she's gonna be
dispatcher
leaving.
doesn't dispatch cops for unless there's a
Well,
threat.
first of all, this individual didn't call, so she's leaving now. You have to let her go.
Well, first of all, she doesn't know the laws of our land. It's your job to know the laws of our land. I have the right to have a sword.
Nobody said you don't have a right to have a sword.
No, but
But you're blocking her vehicle.
No, but
Nobody says you don't
her-
have a right to a sword. You
No.
have a right to a sword, yes.
Okay, so
Okay?
what
but
is
you also have to abide by,
so what is what
by the
she's
rules
saying
of
have
private
any-
property. She's not the person that called.
doesn't
okay?
matter. What she says is not
But
the law.
But you refer to her as your accuser. She's not accusing you of anything.
No, I asked her if
Okay.
this is my accuser, the
And
person who
it's
called.
not. It's not your accuser.
That's not the point here. The point
But
is
you
what
asked if
she
this was your
said.
accuser, and I answered
No,
your
her
question.
reasoning was not
That's
the law.
not, okay?
The law is I don't have to leave. I don't have to leave because I'm sharpening a sword. If I
Do you,
wasn't,
do you know
she-
what loitering is?
listen.
Do you know what loitering is?
If you're not gonna,
I'm not
Listen
detaining
to
you.
me, I'm not
Listen,
gonna talk
I'm not
to you.
detaining you. You can go about your way. You're the one that's still communicating with me.
what she had to say
Okay.
is not the law. You should know the law.
It's private
I know what
property.
rights I have, and it's
Okay.
made for the use of the public.
No, they didn't make this. Is
I have
this is privately
constitutional
owned.
rights
This is privately
on
owned.
private property when it's
Okay.
made for the use of the public.
Sir, I'm not taking your sword. I'm also not detaining you. So the fact that you're still standing here.
I'll
is
just
on
see you in court. I'll
That's
find
fine,
the
sir.
federal courthouse tomorrow.